When we were last together, we began to realize that every human heart desires value, worth, significance, and acceptance. And we laid the foundation that the only way to truly discover these things is through love. Love has the power to give value. It has the power to give worth. It gives people significance when you are loved, and it brings that sense of security and acceptance when you come into that atmosphere when someone truly loves you. And because we say God is love, then everything that God is, his infinite nature, his glory, his joy, his peace, his kindness, his goodness, his blessing, that was what he wants to flow in and through you when he created you in his image and likeness. And so when you begin to understand this word love, the vehicle for love to be expressed is through this word called relationship. And love always requires relationship. If you want the fullness of the blessing of love to begin to come into your identity, to begin to give you that worth that you're looking for, then you have to have an open heart. The funny thing is that having spent hours with so many broken people and helping people through dysfunctional issues, relationship is the thing that has often caused it. But it doesn't take away the fact that God actually created it to be a blessing. You see, when you find true love, when you find a great, healthy relationship, it can be the most uplifting, it can be the most joyous experience that you could ever have. You see, when love operates, it desires that a relationship firstly would be transparent. You know, I believe that every single human being longs to be able to display who they are, share who they are. But in these days, we're so afraid of what people will think, or whether we'd be judged, or whether what we share or disclose would be misrepresented. But the reality is that when you have a relationship which flows with transparency, and you have the ability to become vulnerable, and you find that acceptance in that place, it grows a rich relationship. It causes there to be a growth that begins to bring a blessing to another, because that acceptance creates security, and that security creates a freedom to express yourself and be who you are. Every human being simply wants to be who they are without being judged. And that's the wonder of what Jesus came to do when he died on the cross, that he would take every sense of judgment away, that you would not be found guilty, but you would be found cleansed, and you would be found new, that you would be renewed, and that you would be blameless, not just in God's sight, but whenever he looks at you from that point on. And that's the wonder of your identity, that you can be clean. And as you come into that security, the idea is that you would begin to discover a real sense of trust, because trust is the glue to all relationships. When you open your heart with transparency and vulnerability, when you allow that freedom to express who you are and be accepted for who you are, when you find a relationship that allows you to be vulnerable, to be transparent, when you find that security, then you know you can trust a relationship, and that trust then allows the flow of blessing to take place. And so when you begin to understand, how do I become the best me? How does the best me begin to shine? The first thing is to open your heart to relationship again. Sometimes God's going to bring people alongside of you just simply to love you for who you are. Other times, it's just he wants to pour into you, to show his affections, to give you the value, to give you the word, to tell you how proud he is of you. Because that's how God sees you, and that's what the work of the cross is, to restore you, to redeem you, to bring you back to life. This is Steve Chua praying that you would allow relationship to begin to transform your heart so that you can transform